Okay, what you'll be doing in class today is what I'm calling my protein synthesis coloring and practice document. And you can see in the instructions you've got some information that'll be on the next page, which will actually be for coloring. It's actually on the next page of this document. You don't get this one in this order, but you're going to color the DNA red, the mRNA is going to be blue, codon purple, tRNA green, anticodon orange, single amino acid pink, protein chain is going to be any color you want, just please don't pick any color that you see here. Ribosome is going to be yellow, and then I'd like you to mark the area that is the transcription, actually making the mRNA, and then the translation, taking the mRNA and making the protein. I'd like you to label those sections on the diagram. Okay, the diagram is actually right here, and here's the DNA, and I'd like you to go in here and when you color these, actually try to color it like you mean to color it. So when they color this DNA red, or you color this DNA and then mRNA, or this mRNA, this is the nucleus, and this section actually happens in the nucleus, hint, hint, hint. Then the messenger RNA moves out, and it actually moves into a ribosome. The large member and the small member locks on, and then the message that's called the codon actually brings the tRNA with its associated amino acid, and they get polypeptide together to make the chain. And this is how we make non-organic but non-living material into living material, the proteins. And basically this makes up what you are. And then you have a practice down here where you're going to take the DNA, and you're going to take the codon, and you're going to actually make the messenger RNA codon. Remember, TAC is the first one, and it codes for methionine, and you can see that down here. So here you're going to take the DNA, change it into mRNA, and then take the mRNA and actually use the codon chart, either the round one or the rectangular, and I'd like you to try to do both, and write down what the amino acid is, and then come up with a protein chain. This is the actual chain. The section should actually say amino acid. Maybe what I'll do that maybe next year. This one you actually have the protein and you work an opposite. I want you to find methionine and put one of the mRNA, and you notice that some of these will actually have lots of different sections, like you know that there are multiple stops, there may be multiple other things, there's only one methionine. So I'd like you to actually change that back into what is the messenger RNA that codes for it, and then what's the DNA that actually created that codon. Here you're doing the same thing you did in the first one. Just remember, when you take the A and you want to make a T down an mRNA, it's a U. That's a difference in language. Here you've got the mRNA, so you figure out the DNA that wrote it, and you figure out the protein or the amino acid that it codes, and then the protein chain. And then here you have the same sort of thing. Here's another set of charts. This will be actually on the back of page 1. Page 1 will have a number on it. You will not write on this one. It actually says once you're done with the coloring on page 2 and completing the diagram or the data tables on page 3. Please make sure to answer the following questions. This is to be done on a separate sheet of paper. You guys may do this together as long as it's done in class, but there are these 12 questions. Okay, so we are using these colors to color this diagram. We're using these questions along with those colors and this data table, these 5 data tables, which I think are going to be pretty easy as of now. And then this to actually figure out this to answer these 12 questions on page 1, to be done on a separate sheet of paper. Okay, thank you. Bye.